there, I'm Freddie Patmore, and in this video I'm going to show you how to work a triple treble in crochet and how to use it in an increase and a decrease. Triple trebles are an extremely tall stitch to work along a straight row, so when working into a chain you'll need to miss the first 5 chains and work into the 6th one. Begin by getting 3 loops of yarn around your hook. Find the 6th chain and insert your hook through it from front to back under the top 2 loops of this chain. Get another loop of yarn and pull it through the chain to the front to create 5 loops of yarn on your hook. To finish the stitch, you need to work into these 5 2 at a time with a new loop of yarn for each pass. You'll know that your stitch has been completed if you just have 1 loop left on your hook. Let me show you that one more time. Start with 3 loops of yarn around your hook. Find the next chain along and insert your hook underneath the top 2 loops of the chain from front to back to get another loop of yarn and pull through to the front, thus making 5 loops on your hook. Get another loop of yarn, pull it through the first 2, another loop of yarn for the next 2, one more loop of yarn for the penultimate 2, and then to finish off, bring 1 loop of yarn through the final 2. That completes your triple treble stitch. If working an all-over triple treble fabric in rows, you need to begin your row by working 5 chains. This will give you the height of the stitch before you begin. To work your first stitch, don't go into the very first loop at the base of the chain. Instead, work into the next one along. Start by getting 3 loops of yarn around your hook and angle your hook downwards, poking through the top of the next stitch. Going away from you, get 1 loop of yarn and bring it through to the front to make 5 loops on your hook. Then get another loop of yarn to come through the first 2 loops, another loop of yarn to come through the next 2, 1 loop of yarn to come through the penultimate 2, and then a final loop of yarn to come through the last 2. That completes your triple treble stitch. To work a single triple treble decrease across 2 existing stitches, start by beginning a triple treble as normal with your 3 loops of yarn around your hook into the designated stitch and bring another loop of yarn through to the front, and then work until you only have 2 loops remaining on this hook. So that's 1 loop of yarn through the first 2, another loop of yarn through the next 2, and 1 loop of yarn through the following 2, leaving 2 there as you move across to the next stitch. Now we're going to start another triple treble with 3 loops of yarn around our hook into the next stitch, bring 1 loop of yarn through to the front, and then work the same number of loops as you did with the previous partly worked stitch. At this stage you should see that 2 partly worked triple trebles have been completed with the 1 loop remaining on your hook from before. To complete the decrease, get another loop of yarn and bring it through all 3 loops on your hook so that the triple trebles join at the top, and where 2 stitches were previously, only 1 stitch now appears at the top of your work. In order to increase in an all-over triple treble fabric, you simply need to work more than 1 triple treble into the stitch on the row below. Work your first one as normal into the designated stitch, finishing off in the same way as before, and then simply follow the column of stitching down to the stitch where you've previously worked and add 1 or more additional stitches into the same space. By doing this, you are adding stitches at the top of your work where only one existed before.